It's me. Here I am. Yes, I'm making a video. Old fan response video, sort of contest. Here it is on the soap something or other video soap something message board thingy. Anyway, I'll leave a link to this page of it anyway, and the questions, and there's a contest and prizes and stuff. I don't think I'll be doing anything spectacular, but who knows? See how it goes. But maybe you want to try. Anyway, so there's a list of questions here, so I will answer them to the best of my ability and as concisely and briefly as possible. As long as I can't, does it? Wants to go on already. Anyway, what is your name or screen name on the internet or both? Well, I don't know. It's really kind of irrelevant. Yeah. You can call me Joe. Anyway, how old are you? Ooh, man, that's really nasty. It's really impolite to ask the question like that. Oh, the cat. Alright, I'm going to have to start the video over. So you won't see any of this part. Nope, none of this part will be visible at all. Yeah, I hear you. What do you want? I'll go out, and then you're going to want to come back in, aren't you? Yes, you will. Anyway. Flashy lights. Yeah, China. Anyway. Yeah, I've got to put him someplace better than that. Little blob on the wall. Yeah, blob wall. Anyway. Oh yeah, I didn't hit the button, did I? So I am still recording, so I might as well just keep going, right? Yeah, I'll just ignore that other question. What do you do, and or what kind of things are you interested in? I'm interested in avoiding horror and terror and pain, suffering, misery, that kind of stuff. I'm interested in finding some way to navigate my life and my insurance against the future somehow. See, somebody's going to wake up and do this all over again, and that just terrifies me. And my life wasn't even that bad. So just contemplating the fact that it's just going to keep going on. They're going to keep nailing people to the rack. I don't know if they nail them to racks, but tying them to the rack and they're just going to keep pulling the arms and legs off of the bugs. And the least I can do is say, stop! It's stupid. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm interested in. I'm also interested in physics and painting and some other crap, but who cares? I mean, I'm interested in, feeling like I've accomplished something. So, it's really, I'm just after the feeling, so I might as well just make it up. Like, even if I didn't accomplish anything, I might as well just say, hey, Gary, you did great. Oh, that's my name. It's not really Joe. Anyway, so, but I'm not really interested in lying to myself, but I'm just saying, yeah, that's my answer anyway. What, if any, is your religious background? Let's see, that's a weird question, actually. Who cares what the background is, right? I mean, you could say, what's your history with philosophical concepts regarding the existence of life on Earth? And I could say, okay, yeah, I heard about that religion thing when I was a kid, and I said, oh man, it seems like a pretty ludicrous story. That was my reaction. What? You're telling me a joke, right? This is like another one of those Santa Claus or Easter rabbit things. This is just a joke, right? And when I realized people take this shit seriously, so I went from first thing, this is just ludicrous, to, oh my God, this is dangerous. Because people believe this shit. But that's my background with religion is, oh come on, I've got to be able to explain to people that this is crap. So that was basically what I did, is I tried to find the loopholes and the stupidities in it and point them out and say, well, what did Jesus mean by this? The poor will be with you always. I mean, isn't the whole point of saving the world and making it better, isn't the whole point is to get rid of poor people? Isn't that where all the horror is for humans, and the poorness? Come on. A symptom of poorness? Come on. some savior. I mean, just a million arguments like that. Anyway, why are you an antinatalist? Well, again, it's this whole understanding that I got here through whatever the elevator was, or the escalator, or the whatever, the umbrella, right? Like Mary Poppins or something. I just poof, stork, doesn't matter. And whatever that mechanism is, right? So as rational people, we can know, oh yeah, that's that pregnancy thing. That's what makes this. And I'm saying, oh yeah, okay, whatever that is, I'm saying, let's not do that anymore. Because I don't want to do this again. With the name Joe or Sissy, or whatever. Yeah, what for? Live in mediocrity, grizzle out some sort of personal gratification in a game that can't be played to win. Oh yeah, no, I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah, so that's why I'm an antinatalist. Well, I mean, it's not just about me. I'm just saying I don't want consciousness to be put in the position of pointlessly suffering. And it's always going to be pointless. How did you first hear of antinatalism? How long have you been an antinatalist? Well, I mean, that's another tricky. I mean, the first heard the word antinatalism. I mean, obviously I understood the concept a long time ago. I've been suggesting that, there should be like an international law suggesting something like corking vaginas or something. There should be some, I said things like that 30 years ago, 40 years ago. So I've been an anti-natalist. I mean, I've been aware that pregnancy is not a good thing for a long time. I've been I have no interest at all in having kids forever. And never really had a moment where I said, oh, gee, I just can't wait to have a little horribly sensitive monster running around needing all the time. Oh, I just can't wait. No, I could wait. I could wait a very long time. All right. But anyway, I first heard the word antinatalism through derived energy. That's where I first heard the term, and I thought it was a pretty gay word, but whatever. I said, okay, if that's the word we have to use. Can't we get skanky cunt in there somewhere? Anti-skanky prego cunts. Something like that. Anyway, what kind of antinatalist are you? Are you ethicist? I'll probably say I invented the word. Are you vehement? That's the voluntary human extinction movement. Voluntary? Yeah, right. You got to extort them a little bit, so it's really not going to be voluntary. Anyway, are you child-free? Are you into child-free? Into? Yeah, well, I'm into it, but I don't see that as a philosophical solution. I'm personally into it, yes. I'm personally into the idea that you can explain to people that there's lots of other things to do with their life besides taking on the responsibility, which they don't do, of creating a new life form for which you will be responsible for their life and death. Everything they feel, everything that happens to them is your fault, essentially. And if you take that at all seriously, it would scare it would scare the crud out of you. So, obviously people don't take it seriously at all. Isn't that just obvious? If they took it at all seriously, it would be such a burdensome responsibility. There would be no way they'd say, oh yeah, this is a good time having kids. No, if you take it seriously, it's got to be a terrifying time, where every day you'd have to worry about what's going to happen to my kid today. That's if you took it at all seriously. And obviously people don't take anything seriously because they're scum, and they probably all should be eaten by cockroaches. Well, remanufactured cockroaches with, laser beam eyes and big giant teeth. Anyway, what do you think of other types of antinatalism other than your own? Well, as I am an ethicist in the sense that I think life is broken right at the core, fundamentally no good. Okay. Yeah, even the non-feeling organisms are ludicrous. I mean, it's just all this spinning around and around and around, just end up digested by something. It's just horrible. Just to replicate a molecule, to put new tools on us, to give us curly hair. I mean, it's just stupid, a stupid, pointless DNA molecule competition where we are used as the fodder for the evolution of a molecule. You're just being duped by a molecule. You're being used by a molecule as a laboratory animal. It's just disgusting. Anyway, so yeah, I think the only type of antinatalism that really gets to the point is the one that recognizes that life is fundamentally broken. But I'm all for, if you look, wherever it makes you hate humans, good, because humans are worth hating. And hating the idea of more of them, if you hate that idea, and I don't care really why you do. I don't care if you hate the idea of more humans because they have kind of ugly faces and smelly butts. If that's the reason, great. But, yeah, cause-wise, yeah, I think it's better to be equipped with the more rational argument, which I think is it's a DNA molecule replicating, and it's using sensitive feeling organisms, most of which will be destroyed before they even have a chance to reproduce. That's how reality in nature is. Okay, most babies are murdered in nature. Let's see. What do you think of it now? How do you take in media about the topic? Well, I don't know. A little salt and pepper. I don't really take it in much. Do you read antinatalist books? I have to. Watch videos. Oh yes, I do that. Do the Facebook thing. No. Twitter, no. I make YouTube videos. Yeah. Okay. Who is your favorite antinatalist? Yeah. Who's the cutest? No, I can't do that. I better say old fan, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah. Old fan. Yeah, it's our contest, right? Yeah, that's my favorite antinatalist. Probably is my favorite. But, it's really, you can't do this favorite thing. It's just really, Have you ever met another antinatalist? Well, I mean, see, it's okay with you people favorite because you can just say me, and then it's all easy. But for me, it's a hard question. Have you ever met another antinatalist? Yeah, of course. Well, mostly. In real life, not so much. Yeah, in real life, it's tough. But I don't meet too many people in real life. Beyond, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Who are you again? Yeah, that's the extent of my social interaction. Is talking with other antinatalists and meeting other antinatalists something you have an interest in? Yeah, I don't really think so. I don't like people. I often fantasize, as a kid about being on Earth all by myself, or with a select few people of my selecting, and in some sort of scenario where I'm sterile and I don't have to worry about and all that. But yeah, those are enjoyable fantasies actually. I don't like human beings at all. I think they suck, and I really have very little need to socialize with them. Yeah, mostly. I don't need, frankly. Cats annoy me. I like machines. I don't like them, but they're easier to deal with. If it won't allow you to fix it, then you can just go outside and hit it with a sledgehammer and say, and no one's going to put you in jail. Yeah, so, whatever. Is talking about, no, yeah, I like talking about it, yes. Well, talking, not anti-natalist, though. Talking to other people who agree is kind of tedious after a while. Do you talk about these ideas with any other people? Well, I do. If so, what kind of reaction has been? Have you told your parents? Yeah, I have. And I got them to concede. They didn't give it any thought whatsoever. And if they had it to do over again, yes, they would have gone world traveling and saw the pyramids and stuff, and they would have done all that kind of crap instead. They love to travel. They love to do all kinds of things, and they would have done all that kind of stuff if they didn't have a bunch of expensive children to take care of. And so they blew it. But they probably would have got divorced then. But who knows? Who knows? Fate. Um, but anyway, I got them to concede the point, though. Just did it because everybody else was doing it. No, they didn't really think about it. So, yeah, usually I win the argument before someone's aware of the habit, but there's a lot of people who just will not engage in a conversation rationally. They just say something silly, about God or nature. Do you believe that the welfare of sentient life is equal? All sentient life is equal. That's kind of tricky. I mean, in principle, I think sentience is sentience, but I think there's probably a qualitative difference, the depth of the sentience. There's states I'm in, sometimes I'm more conscious than I am in other states, and so those are definitely, you can, it's like they used to do surgery on people by getting them drunk, to make them a little less conscious, that kind of thing. So, it's kind of hard to say that the welfare is equal. But I mean, the idea of it's equal. The idea that suffering is bad is equal. Well, it's not equal. Well, again, I just, it's a tricky question. So I guess I'll just say no. But I certainly do believe that wherever sentience is, it's precious. How precious? I don't know. Should all life become extinct? Oh, certainly. Yes. It will become extinct. That's the joke of this whole conversation. It's going to become extinct, so it's just a matter of time. And so these idiots are going to say, well, if we stay here longer, the Cubs can win the World Series. I don't think they have, right? I'm not sure. Who cares? So is that important? Do we have to wait around for that? What are we going to accomplish? What are we going to do that's any different than what we've been doing for billions of years? Well, hundreds of millions. Are you an activist for any other movements or social causes? Well, yeah, there's lots of broken things in the world. Broken philosophy, people living irresponsibly and nonsensically, and so there's lots of problems. So yes, I am for fixing all those things that are broken. But this is the biggest broken. It'd be good if you fix this, you cure all the other diseases. You really, so I mean, this is the big one. If you can get this pill swallowed, you don't have to make any more pills. What do you think the first thing that needs to happen for antinatalism to spread? Oh, that's really tough. I mean, I think the idea is that it's garbage in, garbage out. So what's wrong with the average person is they have a ton of garbage in their brain, gluey crap, just sticky, rancid garbage as ideas. And you kind of have to get the crap out before you can get good stuff in. So you need somebody who can give everybody brain diarrhea, just so their brain just and all the crap flies out. And then you can fill their brain with some sort of rational recognition of where they are and what planet they're on and all that shit. But it's going to take something like that. So you're going to need somebody who's got like a voice or something. And just automatically, the crap just flies out of the brain. Alright, what, if anything, do you want to do to make anti-alienation an important topic in more people's lives? Well, want? I just want to kill them all. I mean, that's the easy solution, right? Steamrollers for everyone. Yeah, just fucking squish these disgusting, glib motherfuckers. I mean, really, I mean, if you can't take suffering seriously, I mean, I've said that. I mean, you're just too despicable a monster. And that's what all this subject is about. It's just taking account for the truth of our existence, which is that it's suffering all the way down. And even in your own life. And all these arrogant assholes, they haven't died yet they're going to tell me it's worth it. Well, you haven't died yet. How the fuck can you tell me it's worth it? Think about it for see, it just takes a millisecond to think about that and say, oh yeah, well that doesn't make any sense at all. How can I tell somebody else life is worth it if I haven't even done the whole thing yet? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, no, it doesn't. So yeah, I mean, if people are going to be that ludicrous, they just deserve a steamroller, I say. So that's what I want, but I can't have what I want. So some other solution, conversation, argument will have to be made. I have to do it the slow, hard way. Damn. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. I look forward to your answers. Well, that's not a question. No, I guess we're done. Alright, I thought there'd be another big question. Like, how many bees in banana? No. Alright. So, yeah, I think I've done it. I was just thinking, in terms of a name, like this whole identity, this whole thing, it just seems like it should be so mechanical. We should recognize just how fodder we are, just how we're just a tattooed beastie, like a cow with a tag in its ear. So maybe I should just I should rename myself humanoid number 37,867,648,941. Yeah, that's who I am. Just another fucking sucker, left for dead on Earth. Yeah, who, doomed. Another doomed victim on the conveyor belt, heading for fate. Marvelous fate. You know where the fate all go? Nobody fates anywhere else. They all fate right the fuck into the hole. It just matters on how fast they get through it, I mean, how many of the blades chew them up before they fall down, to the bottom. That's really all you're doing. If you're like the one of the lucky coffee beans, that keeps flowing around and somehow doesn't get chewed up, you die in your sleep. But we know that's not what most of us are going to get. We're going to get something a lot nastier than that. And it's all you fucking defenders' fault. It's on you. The blood is on your hands, you pro-creators. It's on your fucking hands. You're responsible for all of it in the future. Every ouch, every brutality is your fault, you fucker. So there. I think that's enough now. So anyway, so very good question. I mean, yes, questions are a good idea, I think. We have to do more of this question thing, and but it's probably better to interrogate the pro-creators. Yeah, I think that's probably, we should be interrogating them. So we probably should come up with a list of questions for assholes. Let them defend it. But yeah, they won't even answer the questions because they're all so dishonest. Cliches is all they'll have. Sillyisms. Porridge.